Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the deck. See, I have a theory, and my theory is very simple. It's not a theory that I have personally created or anything. Actually, I think it's a very widely spread and kind of old theory, and it pertains to the notion or the concept of anger. And it says something like anger is a byproduct. It is a secondary or second-hand emotion, meaning it's not a primary, meaning it's a derivative whose underlying emotions can be reduced, if you will, to three main primary emotions, namely the emotion of fear, the emotion hurt, and the emotion of frustration. So in other words, anger is the result always of hurt, fear, or frustration. It's a tragic expression of sad underlying emotions. And why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this in relationship or in relation to the topic of polyamory. You see, I've been avoiding this topic for a long time now. It's a very polemic, still in today's society, it's very considered to be very inappropriate and very dangerous and very offensive. I don't know why. I never did. And this has to do with being different and the way people react to people that are different from themselves in certain aspects. Because we do not deal with any differences in a negative way. Thank God. Or, you know what I mean. But certain differences we do not tolerate. And namely, the difference of romantic conduct, or the romantic notion of love, or if you will, relationship models, or if you will, even more simply put, the way we feel and the way we want to conduct our lives in terms of romantic relationships. And the anger that people show, and I say anger because they behave in very sadistic ways in regards to people that show a personal preference for polyamory or polyamorous relationships. And I think it is a traditional example of the way that, in this case, fear of the unknown, fear of unknown consequences to themselves, real or imaginary, and they try to suppress people that are different, people that do not want to behave accordingly to a prefabricated, one-size-fits-all model for a relationship. So people have told themselves for centuries, for millennia, this fairy tale that you can only love meaningfully one person, that it is a sin, that it is a grave sin to give yourself to more than one person. And if you do that, it is in no way compatible with the notion of love. People tell themselves that, and have been doing so for quite a while now. And I contend that it is time for change. I don't think that there is a right way to behave romantically. There is not. But there are certain personal dispositions, desires, or preferences, how you may wish to call it, that derive from one's genetic makeup and also our environmental influences, and that there are, in fact, a product of self-reflection. And there are people that are not, and simply are not, compatible with that preconceived notion of monogamous relationships, or, if you will, serial monogamy, such as the model we have nowadays. This model may have benefits, and it certainly has its shortcomings, and people should just accept and realize what each of the models in appreciation have to offer. I don't believe in demonizing people because they feel differently than ourselves. I can appreciate the fact that a person that freely and truly embraces monogamy and feels in a monogamous way is not compatible with someone that does not feel the same way. This is life. Such is life. But why would they need to enter into an aggressive behavior towards one another? Why can't you just live and let live? Why must you jump into conclusions about the depth and the meaningfulness of another person's relationship? Who are you to judge if a certain person loves or loves not another person simply because of the fact that that feeling or that relationship is not an exclusive one? I talk from personal preference, I admit it. I talk from personal history, and I've been ashamed to admit this for a long time, but I feel like I have to get out of the closet, if you will. In this sense, I feel that the way we look at love and the way we look at relationships is a thing of too much importance in a person's life to be made a farce out of. So that's why I support every person who has a non-conventional way of living love and relationships, that they should just get out of the closet. Be it a sexual preference like heterosexuality or homosexuality or bisexuality or whatever it may be it monogamic versus polygamic relationships. You should just educate yourself. There are lots of resources where you can learn about what it means to be monogamous, what it means to be polyamorous, and I think after you have truly read about it, you will at least gain another level of respect for the free options of free individuals. There are benefits, there are shortcomings. Polyamory could be said to be a less efficient way of relating. That is arguable. But in no way, and I talk from personal experience, personal past experience, in no way can you conclude that a person cannot love two people at the same time. Or should I say more than one person at the same time. If you do that, you are wrong. You are wrong. So this was the topic of the day. Tell me what you think about it. I know this video was not about polyamory because I didn't explain nothing about it. It was a rant. It was a sharing session. Because I feel this has been important for a long time now for me to say it, for me to speak my mind about this topic, and show my respect for such people, to say that I truly understand how they think. I think the same way, and we should just respect one another. Be cool with the deck.